So in last class we studied what is data structures and how they are classified in different forms. So in that we will study arrays, right? So we know arrays, what is array, what are the different types of arrays, okay? So in that we studied one dimensional array. So how that one dimensional array is, what is the meaning of that one dimensional array, and how we will calculate the length of that one dimensional array and the memory representation of that one dimensional array. So today we will discuss what are the basic operations on one dimensional arrays. Okay, so we have 6 basic operations in one dimensional array. The first one is traversing. Traversing. Okay, so traversing means it is traveling in an array. Okay, so traversing means accessing an element in an array at least once. Okay, so if we are considering an array, okay, so in that array this traversing means accessing the elements of an array at least once to do some operations. So if we are considering an array, okay, suppose take one array. Okay, suppose consider this as an array. Okay, array A. So we call it as A of 0, 1, 2, 3 and then 4, right? So this is an array. So traversing means accessing an element, okay, each element in an array to do some operations. So if you want to insert an element or if you want to print the elements present in an array, so for that we were traveling from, first we will travel A of 0, then A of 1, then A of 2, A of 3 and then A of 4. So we are traversing an array, okay, so to perform any operations. So traversing means accessing each element of an array at least once to do some operations. That we call it as traversing. Okay. So next, second one is searching. Okay. So next one is searching. So searching means finding the location. Finding the location of an array element. Okay, so finding the location of the element where the element is present in it. Okay, so in this finding or searching means we are finding the array elements location. So suppose we are searching for the element 30. So where this 30 element, the element 30 is present in which location? So which location that is present? It is present at the second location. So that we call it as searching. Okay. Searching means finding the location of an array element. Okay. Finding the location of the element in an array. Okay. That we call it as searching. So next operation is sorting. Okay. Sorting means arranging the elements of an array in some order. Either it may be ascending order or descending order. That we call it as sorting. Okay, sorting means arranging the array elements either in ascending order or descending order or in some orders. Okay, that we call it as sorting. So next operation is insertion. Next operation is insertion. So insertion means inserting a new element into an array. So array of the new element insert market we use insertion operation. So inserting means inserting a new element in an array. Okay. So next one is deletion. So deletion means deleting or removing the element in an array. Array element delete we use this operation. Okay. So deleting an array element is called deletion. So next one is merging. Okay, so merging means combining one or more arrays into a single array. Okay, merging means combining one or more arrays into a single array or to form a single array called as merging. So these are the basic operations of the performed on the one-dimensional array. Okay, so first one is traversing. Traversing means accessing the array elements at least once to perform some operation. Okay, next one is searching. So searching means finding the location of the element in an array. Next one is sorting. Sorting means arranging the elements in an array in a some order or either ascending order or descending order. Next, insertion. So insertion means inserting an array element or inserting an element into an array. Next one is deletion. Deleting or removing the element from an array. So last one is merging. Merging means combining one or more arrays to form a single array. So these are the basic operations. So now we will study one by one operations with the algorithms. So we know what is the definition of these operations just now. Okay. So in this, how we will perform the operations through algorithms. So we have algorithms for traversing, searching, sorting, insertion, deletion and merging. Okay. So how that will be performed, let me know. So first one is traversing in a linear array. Okay. So first one is traversing in a linear array. So traversing is a process of visiting each subscript. This we call it as subscripted 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These we call it as subscript. So traversing is a process of visiting each subscript at least from beginning to last element. So first element in the last element visit model. We call it as traversing. Okay. Traversing is a process of visiting each subscript. Okay. Traversing is a process of visiting each subscript at least from beginning to last element. So first element in the last element visit we call it as traversing. So for example, if we want to find the maximum element present in an array, so for that maximum element are there 50. So if we want to know this 50 is a maximum element, for that we need to travel for each index or subscript, right? So pratiyondu hogi check ಮಾಡಿ, then we will confirm this is the largest or maximum number present in an array, right? So we have one algorithm. So this algorithm is very important for 3 marks. Okay, so this algorithm has 3 marks, only 2 steps in this algorithm. So before writing this algorithm, we need to write description. What are the variables we are using, right? Okay. So let us consider an array, right? We have to use array, right? So for that, let us consider A be an array, linear array. Let us consider A as a linear array with, we have last class we studied, right? Lower bound and upper bound, UB and LB, right? So A be an linear array with LB and UB as upper bound and lower bound. Okay. lower bound. So these are the variables we are using in this algorithm. So this algorithm, what this algorithm will do? So this algorithm travels in an array by applying the operation called process. Okay, so here we are using one operation called process. So with the help of this process, it will travel from each element. Okay, so A, B and linear array with LB and UB as lower bound and upper bound. So this algorithm travels each element by applying the operation process of an element. So element array ilo element travels ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we are using this process operation. So the first step is first step. Now array travels ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ do you remember the first year array chapter? So in that if we want to access an element or to write or read an array element, we are using for loop, right? So here also the first step is for, we are using LOC, means location. Okay, so location is equal to LB to UB. So meaning of this line is similar to for loop. Okay, you know that, right? For I is equal to, you are writing here, we are using LOC. So LOC is equal to lower bound. So what is lower bound? 0. So likewise we are writing. To UB means we are providing LOC less than UB, right? So this form is written like this. Okay. So for LOC equals LB to UB, means from starting to ending it has to be traversed, so that we are writing like this. Okay, so after traversing we need to perform some operation. So for that we are using the operation called process. Process, what we have to process? The array. Which array? We are considering array as a, right? So A of, so here index 0, 1, 2, 3 are, which is LOC. We are taking as LOC. So LOC. So process A of LOC, end of for. So this is the end of this for loop. So after processing all the elements, this becomes end. Okay. So after this, step 2 is exit. So this is only 2 steps and very easy to learn. So very important also. So in this we are using an array with the name A. So that is linear array with lower bound and upper bound. So this algorithm performs, or this algorithm is used to traverse an elements with the help of process operation. So first step is for LOC, location is equal to lower bound to upper bound, from here to here. Okay. So next we are processing A of LOC. So whatever this content present in that location, so we are traversing here. So after this we know that the for loop will be incremented, right? Plus plus. So next it will go to the next index. Next like this until to UB. So which is UB? This 4 is the UB. So until that it will traverse. After that it will end the for loop and then exit from this algorithm. So this is the traversing in linear array. So this is the algorithm for traversing in linear array. So listen carefully, I will tell once again. So here we are using array. So now we use ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವೋ ಅದನ್ನ description ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋದು. Okay, so we are using array. So array ಏನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ? A ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So next we are using index, ನಮಗೆ starting ending index ಬೇಕು. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ LB and UB, right? Lower bound and upper bound. So these variables are using. So what this algorithm does, ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ algorithm ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so this algorithm performs the operation with the help of this process, right? So process operation ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದು ಆ ಅರೇ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ನ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ this is a description. So now we need to write the steps. So first step is for location is equal to lower bound to upper bound. Process the A of location. Okay. So next this will ends the for loop and exit the algorithm. Okay. So for this we can write the program. Okay. So just consider the program to write input and output of an array elements. So in first PUC we studied, right, reading and writing the array elements. So that is the same as this. So we are using header files hash include IOStream bracket These are the header files normally we are using to write a program. Then void main. So always the program starts with main. So here we are using the whatever the variables we are using that has to be declared, right? So here we are declaring one array with 10 elements. We are using I in the for loop and then n how many elements we are inserting, right? Then we are using anything else. Okay. So next we have to enter the numbers. How many elements we need to enter? So suppose consider this example only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this we are entering 5 elements. So cout how many elements. CE for this we are using N. Okay. So next cout enter the elements. So we need to enter how many elements for this. So for that we are using for loop, right, to enter. So for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So this is the for loop we are using, right? So after this I plus plus C in A of I. So this will reads the elements into an array or providing input to an array. So with the help of this it will, if the for loop is executed, first it will be initially 0. So that is 0th positionally whatever we enter that will be stored in that array. Okay. So after this we have to print these elements. So for that we are using same for loop. So the array elements are for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, cout set W of 4, A of I. So this is a program for reading and writing the array elements of an array or inputting and outputting of outputting the elements of an array. Okay. So in this first we are using header files. You know why we use these header files, and always the program starts with main. So here we are taking 3 variables. One is array A, another one is I. So because I is declared here to represent as a lower bound. So we know that algorithm, right, for location is equal to From lower bound to upper bound. So for that we are using variable I. And then n is for how many elements. So we need the condition where to stop, right? So for that we are using n. So consider now how many elements to be inserted means n elements. So for this now I am providing n as a 5. Okay. So it will now the array stores the 5 elements, right? So now after this we are for loop. So first we have for I is equal to 0. Okay, so for that a of I becomes a of 0. So in that now I am inserting the element 10. So after that for loop executes and then we are inserting the element 20, 30, 40 and 50. So when it comes here 5 less than 5, the for loop becomes false and then exit from this for loop, right? So after that this is for reading or inputting the elements. So now this step is for taking that input, displaying that input to the monitor. So for that the array elements are again we are using the same for loop to traverse. So this for loop is for traversing in an array, right? So here also we are using same array to access that element. So first it goes to the I is equal to 0. So a of 0 name there 10. So it will display 10. Again 20, 30, 40 will be displayed as an output. So this is about traversing in linear array. Okay. So this is the first operation. So next we have searching, right? Second operation is searching. So what is meant by searching? So searching is a finding the location of an element in an array, right? So array ಇರೋ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ we call it as searching an element. So this is second. Okay. So searching an element means finding the location of the element in an array. So array ಇರೋ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನ position ಅಥವಾ location ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ find out ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we call it as searching. So in this we have two types of searching. Okay. One is linear searching. One is linear searching. Another one is binary searching or binary search. Okay. So these are the two types of search we have. One is linear search, another one is binary search. So this linear search is a simplest method in this in which each element in an array. So each element in an array is compared to the search element. Okay. For example, suppose take I am searching for the element 30. Okay, so this 30 is compared with all the elements present in an array. So that we call it as linear search. Okay, so linear search is the simplest method in which each element in an array is compared with the search element. That we call it as linear search. Okay, so linear search ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. whether this is equal to this. So first we will check for 10. 10 is equal to 30? No. 20 is equal to 30. Likewise we are searching in the array. So if we got both are equal, we will stop there itself. Okay, that is about linear searching. Okay, so in this for linear searching we have an algorithm. So please make a note of these algorithms, very important. Okay, so first we will study linear search algorithm. Okay, so algorithm. So before writing algorithm we need to write description, right? So in this algorithm we are taking an array, right? So let us consider A be an array with n numbers. So we are taking n numbers. So let us consider A be an linear array with n elements. Okay, n elements, and then we are using ELE. Okay, so ELE means element. So ELE be the such element. So now ಯಾವ search ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವೋ ಆ element ನ ELE ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. Okay, so ELE be the such element present in an array, and then we are using LOC, location where the such element is present. Okay, so these are the variables we are using in this algorithm. So let A be an array with n elements and ELE be the ELE be the such element. Okay, such element, and LOC is the location where the such element to be presented, or where the such element is present. So these are the variables we are using in this algorithm. So first step is step 1 is location is equal to -1. So initially we are declaring that location is at the -1 position. So there is no location for initially. So initially we are assigning some locations to avoid garbage values. So garbage values ಬರ್ದಿರೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು initial values ನ assign ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, now LOC is equal to -1. So this is the first step. Next, second step is, so to search we have to travels in an array, right? So for that, we are using for loop to search that element in an array, right? So this for loop starts from the 0 to n minus 1. So because array stores the value n minus 1, right? So if we are considering n as 5, so array has 0 to 4, right? The 4 is the last element. So for that we are using p is equal to 0 to n minus 1. So n minus 1. After this we are using if condition to check whether this element is equal to the such element. So suppose we are taking as 30, so this is equal to this, we have to search. So for that we are using if. So if ELE is equal to A of P. Okay, so this A of P means starting is 0. So whether A of 0 is equal to element, that will be checked. So if it is equal, so we are writing that location to P. So whatever the location, so if we are taking 0, so that is assigned to the location LOC. So then we will get where exactly that variable present. Okay, so LOC is equal to P. Next, go to third step. Go to 3 means go to the third step. So in this third step, if LOC is greater than or equal to 0, because always the array starts with 0, right? If it is less than 0 means -1, there is no such element. Suppose if I gave 80 for such element, is this 80 present in this array? No, right? So for that it has to display there is no such element or such is unsuccessful. Something message has to be displayed, right? So for that we are using this condition. So LOC is greater than 0 means then that means the array such element is present in this array. So if it is true, what it will print? It prints LOC. So where exactly that location is present. Else it will print such is unsuccessful. Then last step is Step 4, exit. So this is the algorithm for linear search. Okay. So linear, sorry. So this is an algorithm for linear search. So for before writing algorithm, we need to write description, that is A be an array with the n elements. So ENE be the search element. So this algorithm will find the location LOC where the search element ENE is present. Okay. So first step is LOC is equal to -1. So before starting we need to initialize location as -1. So next second step is for loop. We are traversing that array. So for that we are using for loop for p is equal to 0 to n minus 1. So we are taking condition from where to where it has to be traversed. So this is that. And then after, first we are checking for each and every element in an array, right? So for that element, such element is equal to the A of p, that means 0, and then again check for 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will check for the condition. If it is equal, what the position is assigned to the location. Okay. So if it is true, we will get the position. Either if you consider for 30, we will get 2 as a position. So that 2 is assigned to the LOC and go to the third step. Go to 3 means it will go to third step. So and then it ends the if condition and then for condition. Okay. So end of if, end of for. So when it go to 3 means it will go to the third step. So here it will check the location LOC is greater than 0. So if we consider as this 2 is the LOC, right? So 2 is greater than or equal to 0, true. So it will print the location. So if I take it as 80, so this condition becomes false. Is it matches to any of the array elements? No. So that it will doesn't become true. Okay. So it becomes false. Now the location is, what is the location of the initial? -1. So that it will print search is unsuccessful. Okay. So this is the algorithm for a linear search. Okay. So for this we have program to write this algorithm. Okay. So we know the header files we are using. I skip that header files. Okay. 3 header files we are using. So void main. So in this we are using the variables. One is array variable, that is A of 10. So you can take any of sizes. Okay. So and then we are using I variable for the for loop. And then we are using ENE for the search element, and then we are using N to provide final condition, and then we are using position or location, whatever you choose. Okay. So that is the variables we are using in this program. Okay. So after this we know see out how many elements, right? How many elements we are using, and then for that we are using variable n. So this takes n value 5. Then see out, enter the elements for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, C in A of 5. So this is common for inserting an array elements. We know this, right? To read an array elements. So this is the common step. So after this we need to choose which element has to be searched, right? So for that, Cout, enter the search element. Okay, so for search element we are using variable ELE. Okay, so this is an input we are taking. So we need to process this, right? So in algorithm of the first step we need to assign that location is equal to -1. So for that we are using here position, POS. So assign that POS is equal to -1. Okay, so first we need to initialize this POS to POS to -1. Okay, this is the first. So next step is for loop, right? So next, for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I less, right? So after this we need to check the condition. So first we are A of I is equal to ELE. So if we interchange, no need to bother about, both are same. Okay, so first we need to check each and every element to the search element. So first A of 0 to search element, right? Okay, so if it is true, if it is equal, we are assigning that I to position. Okay, so this is I means which is the index of that array. Position is initially we are assigning the position to check the successful or unsuccessful of an search, right? So after this we need to break the condition. So if we got the search element, is it necessary to check further? So if I take 30, I will get in the second position itself. So after this need to verify or whether I want to check the further array elements, no need, right? So that's why I am using break statement here. Okay, so if I got, just break it or stop the loop there itself. So that is this for if condition. In this we are using break. Okay, so after this we need to check whether this position is greater than 0 or less than 0, right? So this we are using POS is greater than or equal to 0. So if it is greater, we need to print Cout the element ELE means searching element is present at the POS means where the position is to be there. Okay, so that will be displayed here. So else CO the element search element is not presented. Okay, that and then gets CH. So this is a program to search the linear array elements. Okay, so in this is normal accessing the array elements. So in this just we are using if condition to check each and every element in an array with the searching element. If it is true, we will assign that index or subscript to the position. So if after this position will be compared, so whether it is greater than or less than. So if it is greater than 0, the search element is present in some position. So that will be displayed. So if it is not, the search element is not present in this array element. So this is about linear search array element. Suppose consider this array. So we are inserting 5. So n becomes 5 and we are inserting the 5 elements. So initially I am assigning that POS is equal to -1, right? So next we are taking this forward. So initially for I is equal to 0. Now compare this A of 0. What is A of 0? 10. So 10 is and then consider ELE as 30. Okay. So 10 is equal to 30? No. So it will again break this condition, again comes to until this for loop fails, right? So again it becomes I increment ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ condition check ಮಾಡ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. So again it becomes 1. So 20 is equal to 30. No, again it will increment the I value. 30 is equal to 30 is true. So if it is true, so what is the I value? I value is 2. For this 0, 1, 2. So I value is 2. So this 2 is assigned to the POS. Now POS becomes 2. Then if we got the such element, it will break the condition and then comes here. So it will check. So this POS. So what is POS? 2 is greater than or equal to 0. So 2 is greater than or equal to 0 means it is greater. True. So now it prints the result. So such element 30 is at the position. What is the position? 30 is present at the position 2. So this will be displayed as an output. So if we are taking as 80, so it will check for until the array elements. So if it is not, so just consider this as 80. So 80 is equal to 30, no, right? So again it will check for the 40. So 40 is equal to 80, no. So again last index is 4. So 50 is equal to 80, no. So it will comes out of this block and checks the condition. So initially POS is equal to -1. So -1 is less than 0. So that is false, else what will be displayed. So the search is unsuccessful will be displayed. So this is about linear search. Okay, so linear search algorithm and how it will be worked. So in next class we will study binary search algorithm.